Welcome back to Debrief with Dawn. We are in a series studying time management and efficiency, helping you to become your most productive self. And today I want to talk to you about email management. See, emails are one of the biggest time suckers of our generation. And if we can begin to manage our emails well, and we can actually be the master of our emails rather than them being the masters of us, we can shave hours off of our day and hours off of our week. So the first thing I want you to do is to start to check your email only 2 to 3 times a day. So set aside scheduled times to check your emails. Turn off those alerts that pop up every time an email comes in, distracting you, causing you to multitask and be less efficient. And set those times 2 to 3 times a day that you will check your email. The objective when you're checking your email is to touch an email once. So the first question you ask yourself when you're looking at an email is this email actionable? Does it require me to do something? Does the person who sent it to me think that I'm going to respond? Does it require a response? And if it does, then it's an email that's actionable. And at that point, you need to decide, is it an email that would require you to do something that will take you 2 minutes or less? And the rule of thumb is, if it's an actionable email and it will take only 2 minutes or less for you to respond or do something about it, do it now, do it in the moment, and get it out of the way. Allow your time when you're checking your emails to account for time to respond to those kinds of 2-minute or less emails that are actionable, that can be something can be done and you can get it off your plate and out of your inbox. The next subset of emails are emails that will take more than 2 minutes of your time and that are actionable, and they require you to take action on them. And at that point, you want to create a folder in your email that says actionable emails. So you'll move these emails into this category. And what I want you to do is to assign a time on your calendar, a day and a time, to tackle that email before the end of the week. These are emails that are still somewhat urgent, right? They're actionable, they require your time and your response, but not necessarily immediately, and they certainly will take more than 2 minutes. So they're in your actionable folder, and they're gonna get assigned a day and a time onto your calendar. And the objective is when you end the week, that your actionable email folder will be completely empty, that you will have tackled everything in it. The third thing you're going to do is, if these are emails that require your someday response, not necessarily today, they're not urgent by any means, but you don't want to forget about them, you put them into your someday or your archived email folder. And those are emails that you're going to check periodically, maybe once a week, and you're going to tackle those as you go. And now they're in a safe place. You're not going to lose them or forget about them. You know that they require your action, but they don't require your immediate action. They don't need to be done by the end of the week, but you do need to remind yourself as you're planning your week every week to look back at that archived email folder, to your someday emails, to see if they require your attention. If you can begin to implement that, checking your email 3 times a day, an email, try to touch it once. If you can do it in 2 minutes, do it and get it out of the way. Otherwise, file it into one of these 2 places. And then when you've taken action on an email, your next folder is going to be processed emails. Don't spend all your time setting up. I see clients that have literally hundreds of different folders in their inbox. If you just move them all to a processed email, meaning I've done it, I've taken care of it, and here it is if I ever need to reflect back, the email systems we have today are so searchable, you'll find it, and it will save hours of your time every single week. So take action on that today. Touch an email once, check your email only 2 to 3 times a day, and put them into one of those 3 folders. And at the end of the week, your 911 folder and your actionable folder should be completely empty. Only your archived and your processed email should have anything in them. I can't wait to hear about your efficiency. Scroll down and tell me how this is working for you and how you plan to implement this. I'll see you next week on Debrief with Dawn.